Is it true that whoever needs the other person the least has more power in the relationship?
I don't.
Like you can just have them principle instead.
Oh, that's a tough one.
The less that you need her, the more that she will want you. You want to know how to make women attracted to you? Nothing complex, nothing complicated or nuanced, just a straight up fact of life that if you truly internalize to the core of your biology, can completely shift the way that you experience dating and relationships. It's really quite simple. The less that you need her, the more that she will want you. Women are attracted to men who don't need anything from them. And to be fair, this isn't just restricted to the world of dating and relationships. This principle applies across almost all human interactions. From an evolutionary perspective, human beings are always looking out for their own survival. So if we meet somebody who looks diseased, old, poor, ugly, socially incompetent, we have this built-in biological mechanism that tells us to be cautious around that person. Don't befriend this person because they're going to drag you down with them. All of the resources and the social capital that you have that you need to survive is just going to be drained by them. By contrast, when you meet somebody who is attractive, young, talented, wealthy, you know that they're not going to be a survival liability. If anything, they're going to be a survival asset. This is the reasoning behind that unconscious attraction that you feel towards successful people. It's that deep down knowledge that this person is going to enhance your survival prospects just by you being in proximity to them. Now, while this principle is true in all social interactions, it is doubly true when it comes to the gender dynamics of dating, because women are dependent upon men for their survival, at least from an evolutionary perspective. The majority of our evolution took place in caveman days, and she's going to be pregnant, raising small children. She has enough to deal with. She doesn't have the time, energy, or resources to be able to care about you and to take care of your needs. This is why women are attracted to men who don't need anything from them. Men who are so overflowing with talent, resources, and health that he's going to be able to take care of her. When you truly understand this, it's going to change the way that you perceive the interactions between men and women. You'll notice how women behave with men when they first meet them. There's this sizing them up, this testing them. When you first meet a woman, every single question that she asks you could be translated as some kind of variation of, "What do you need from me?" She asks, "What do you do for a living?" Translation, "Do you have enough money so that you're not going to be looking to me to support you?" She asks you, "What do you do for fun?" Translation, "Do you have your own life that is dynamic and engaging, or are you looking to me to make your life interesting?" She asks you, "Are you seeing anyone right now?" Translation, "Do other women find you desirable? Or are you looking to me to be your one possible chance of romantic success? Am I your only lifeline?" In social situations, women will pay close attention to a man that they're interested in to see how he engages with other people. What's he like in conversations? How effortlessly is he able to navigate social situations? All of the time, she is scanning for any evidence of neediness. Is this person going to be a survival liability? Is he constantly taking from the people he's interacting with? Or is he a man of abundance who is generously giving, and he's not fussed about how much he receives in return because he's already so well taken care of internally? So what do you need from a woman, and how can you reduce this? Well, you're a male, and you're going to need somebody to be intimate with. Can't change that, that's too deeply ingrained in your biology. But if you interact with a woman and it is obvious that you want to sleep with her, you're just desperate to take her to bed, that kind of neediness, that desperation, that thirst is going to be repulsive to her, and she's going to run the other way. The trick to overcoming that neediness is to have options. Of course you need a partner to be intimate with, but if it's not going to be her, it's going to be some other girl. There is no need to come across as needy when you have other options. I'm not saying that you should be sleeping around, not at all. For a lot of guys, that's just not their style. What I am saying is that it is important that you know deep down inside yourself that if you wanted to find another partner, you could do that. That is within your control. Now, obviously, having real options other than the girl who's in front of you is going to communicate more confidence, more abundance than just hypothetical options. But largely, the point here is knowing as an absolute fact internally that you are a desirable man, that women find you attractive. I'm not talking about some surface level affirmation that you keep repeating inside your head. I am an attractive man, I'm an attractive man. None of that nonsense. I'm talking about actual evidence from your past, real experiences of women finding you desirable. The knowledge that you have options in the dating market makes you far less needy, and as a byproduct, makes you way more attractive. Now, of course, physical intimacy is just one aspect of a relationship. A lot of men want a girlfriend for the emotional intimacy. I'm looking for a girlfriend who listens to me, who supports me, who validates me. Now, I'm not shaming anybody who has this basic need for emotional connection with another human being. That's normal, that's natural. And just pretending that you're emotionally well adjusted when inside you're anxious, insecure, and depressed is not going to work. Women are highly intuitive, and she will smell the low self-esteem on you. But here's the deal. If your internal world is a disaster and you are looking for a woman to solve all of your emotional problems, it's not going to work because she's not going to find you attractive. Women do not want to mother their boyfriends. She wants you to be the leader, somebody who she can look up to, take inspiration from, take strength from. You're the man. I've spoken about this before, but there is a world of difference between sharing your emotions as just part of the honest communication in a relationship, or sharing your emotions in a needy way, being codependent and expecting her to solve them for you. One is attractive because it shows inner strength. It shows you have a capacity for honesty and vulnerability. The other is repulsive because it's so needy and it places all of this obligation and responsibility on a woman. But if you genuinely are very emotionally needy and you've got all of these unresolved emotions and traumas from your past and you just need to dump them on somebody and be a bit needy and a bit clingy, don't play it out in your relationship. Go and get those needs met somewhere else. Talk to your friends. Talk to your female friends. Spread it out. It's not reasonable to expect just one person to meet all of your emotional needs. If it's really serious what you're talking about, big trauma, big unresolved emotions, really toxic relationships, or a childhood that you're recovering from, I highly recommend going to speak to a professional therapist. That's what they exist for. They are there completely to meet your needs. You can be as desperate and clingy as you like in a therapist's office and they will help you move through it. That's actually what a high quality man would do. He would be proactive about improving himself mentally and emotionally. Because ultimately, yes, you want to be able to share your internal world with your partner. That's how you feel close to that person. But you don't want to burden that person with your needs. That's not going to make you feel good about yourself because deep down you know that that's not what you've been biologically designed to do. You're the man, you're the leader. You're meant to support other people, not be dependent on them. You're not designed to be a freeloader. And so, when you first interact with a woman who you're interested in, be conscious to not come across as needy. You don't need her to like you. Plenty of women like you. You don't need her to support you. You're doing fine on your own. You don't need her validation because you already have high self-esteem. Her opinion means less to you than your own. That's good, actually. I'm going to repeat that. Her opinion should mean less to you than your own. In all facets, you're doing fine. You don't need her. That's the energy that you should be giving off. That is what women find attractive. The less you need her, the more she will want you.